But how important then must it have been for you that, well, your album's been received critically really good, and people really feel a connection. That must have been really important then for you.
That people felt connected to my music?
Yeah, because you were saying when you grew up, you really felt alienated maybe because of your upbringing.
But because of the culture in general,
Yeah.
I think it's easy to feel shut down by popular culture and by the climate. It's kind of a hostile climate. It's not a climate where you feel comfortable emerging, showing your spirit in the streets, you know? People are afraid, quite afraid to be themselves, or I felt that way over the years and as a kid, and I think that was one of the reasons I went to music, and art was a place, it was a forum for me to express myself more expansively.
Was it hard at first?
No, it was my passion, you know, it was my dream. I think just because of my nature, it was what I wanted to do. Some people wouldn't have that dream. They have a different dream about how they want to be in the world. For me, that was a world full of color and feeling and opening, a sense of opening and being filled with the feeling of being alive. You know, there's that Nina Simone song called "I Sing to Know That I'm Alive." Like, that's very much kind of what I love, you know.
Yeah. Is it for you? Well, you were saying this album themes. There's another. I don't know if I read through the lyrics and listen to the songs, I see there are many metaphors with mother and baby, and is it true? I mean, is it many metaphors with mother and babies? That's something that really, well, the evolution of life that really triggers you, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think in just very practical ways. You know, I was born from my mother, and I kind of feel also in a way like I was born out of the ground. So the earth is my mother, and you know,
So what are you saying?
I was born out of the ground. Like, I'm made of the same elements as the ground, and made of water and different elements, minerals and stuff. So I'm made of the same body as the rest of the earth, you know. My body is made of that same body in the way that I'm made of my mother's body, you know. So that's an idea that I can take as an inspiration creatively to take a flight of fancy, you know. So I use little ideas or meditations like that. I can use them to dream about things in a more kind of holistic way, you know, in a more poem-y kind of way, you know, as opposed to a mental kind of way, you know.
Yeah, so it's not really specific baby and
mother.
It's more
I really think a lot about the child. For me, I've had a lot of different kind of metaphorical relationships with the idea of a child. I mean, on the album, and in my life in general, there's been a theme of as an adult, now as an adult, I still carry within me a child, and that as an adult, it's my responsibility now to take care of myself, you know. As a kid, your parents teach you how to take care of yourself. And you know, and I always think, well, so in a way I'm a parent taking care of a child, except it's a system inside me, you know, to know what's best for yourself, to know how to nurture yourself, to know when to let yourself feel and when to hold yourself and comfort yourself through feelings, or you know what I mean, the ways that a child is consoled by a parent. And I guess that was something that I had to learn more as an adult than I did as a kid, because I didn't get a lot of that as a kid. So, I mean, as I said, I felt quite isolated as a kid often, so I had to learn that more than maybe most people did. Most people do, you know? Most people probably just naturally do that. For me, it was something I had to kind of learn.